Hello and good afternoon. Welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name's Save with Crypto. And the guy, actually below me today is
Yeah.
Maff. Hello, Maff. Can you
Hello.
hear me okay?
I can, yes. I hope you can hear me too.
I can, yeah. I just wasn't sure when we, just before we entered the studio, I wasn't sure if you were hearing me or just ignoring me.
Well, a bit of both, probably. I think, yeah. Just I was both hearing and no, I couldn't hear you at all. So yeah.
Okay.
So amazingly, my PC just crashed like minutes before joining. So I was in a bit of a rush. I kind of just obviously hurriedly rebooted and everything, and just got it in the nick of time, I think. But because I was in the middle of like a really productive kind of session, like a lunchtime thing. I was just going through actually the new Mathtopia video, which is going to be, I was vibe coding using Claude Code. Nothing to do with crypto, but sorry, it's wrong live stream, but it's a video game, a browser-based video game. Because I thought, like Fable 5 has been
No.
made generally available.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is it how different is it?
It's very smart. I'll give it that. It devours like tokens, credits, and things. So it gets through them in a royal hurry, and then you have to like wait a couple of hours. If you're lucky, then it runs out of tokens or runs out of credits rather. Just on because it resets. I think it's every 4 hours or thereabouts. So if you're lucky, it's like towards the end of that 4 hours, and then it resets not so long after that. Then you just kind of during that time, just go and have a cup of tea, go out for a walk or something, then come back, then carry on. Yeah. So I was doing that over the weekend. It's a great little video game. If this thing hasn't, if the crash hasn't just like utterly kind of destroyed things, then I'll maybe show a bit of that later. But there'll be a video of that along probably tomorrow, I think, with all the editing and things to do on it. But yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I almost think that's probably quite a good angle for the Mathtopia channel, isn't it? Sort of to do loads of AI type stuff, and all that. Because I kind of want to talk about it here, but it sort of detracts a lot from what it's supposed to be about, really. But
yeah,
I don't know,
because on the Mathtopia side, it's very much just like because I'm sort of publishing those widgets onto the website, onto mathtopia.com, and like each one generally has come from some sort of video beforehand. Like obviously there was the microtonal wazometer, which is from the Angine de Poitrine video. There was the actually the price action patterns widget, which is vibe coded in a video. So there you go. That's about crypto and trading. And this, but the game I've just done totally isn't. But yeah, I'm going to try and combine some more topics like that as well. So more kind of trading related stuff in widgets. Nice. So just like do a little video on each one, publish that to the website, rinse and repeat pretty much. So it becomes like a agentic engineer's vibe coding diary, video diary, I guess.
Because I tell you what, what's it? I was thinking, TMG's he's got this website now. This one here, this neoctib.live.
Trade with foreknowledge, not hindsight.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's got all this kind of stuff here about ETF inflows and all that, spot versus futures flows and all this kind of stuff here, and like apparently this is costing him sort of like 500 quid a day in like API usage for getting all this data in, but he's finding it quite useful, like more than 500 quid a day useful, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so it pays for itself in that sense. So
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's is he just chucks that out there for free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on this the URL is like Bitcoin spelt backwards .live. So actually, if that was spelt, the whole thing was backwards, it'd be evil.bitcoin. Anyway,
Yeah. I
so
wonder if there is a .evil top level domain.
no, there's not.
Yeah,
I don't
check.
think there is. No.
Yeah.
Anyway, because I was thinking, well, there's a lot of info here, and I don't really know properly how to use it.
Yeah.
But I know an AI that does, and I don't know.
As ever. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just thinking, like, I'm sure it'd be quite nice to get, you know, Claude talking to this, and then sort of, you know, coming up with some useful ideas. Or I should probably just like study it a bit more and see what he's on about, really.
Yeah.
But quite a lot of this is to do with, like, you know, the idea of being that, you know, price moves at the moment tend to be driven by like futures trades rather than spot trades.
Yeah.
So if there's like a lot of long futures trades, but not really anyone buying it spot, then it kind of means there's no confidence in the price going up. You know, people are just in it to make a few quid. Derivative trading, you know, so the actual, I can see where he's coming from, you know, sort of. So the idea being that, you know, literally all this kind of up and down stuff we're seeing at the moment is kind of is kind of just driven by market makers, and it kind of means there's actually no proper sort of confidence in the market at the moment, which is why he's expecting a big dump sooner or later.
Yeah.
And he's probably right, to be honest. Actually, I mean, anyway, so yeah, I
And
don't
that
know.
would probably tie in as well with it would tie in with the timing, I suppose. It would time well with the timing for the 4-year cycle bottom and rebound, or not really rebound. It's going to kind of slowly scud back up off the ground, isn't it, and grind its way into the sky. But yeah, the timing should work out, I think, if there is going to be a big dump.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I don't exactly know what this is all about, really. But anyway, I don't know. Just thought I'd mention that anyway.
I mean, that's really interesting. I didn't, because to be honest, I haven't really been watching his videos lately, or keeping tabs of kind of what he's up to. So yeah, that's kind of I'll go and have a look at that.
Yeah, so it says NIO CTIB.live.
Sure, there must be a Bitcoin dot something out there, because there are so many top level domains like .live, .this and that. There'd be one.
Do you reckon? It's probably not, you know,
or even one for sale. If he's like spending 500 quid a day on this website, probably buy one for 500 quid. So if somebody's like what do they do, cyber squatting or whatever,
yeah, that's
name.com,
probably
that's
not
a good one. They got a good one there, name.com.
Yeah, it's if you ever buy a domain name, by the way, if you use name.com and then use the what do you call it, the code privacy please, you get free, you get the SSL. You get free
ID protect or whatever.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, the SSL as well. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I think you get something for free anyway. But so it's privacy please. I think it's 2 words actually, or is it privacy please? Or anyway, but if you try each one, then you definitely get something for free. Anyway, so that's what I tend to use.
Make offer. Yeah.
So yeah, these are going to be enormous.
Quite enormous. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
or just do like I don't know, Bitcoin dash something or other dot. Oh, Bitcoin. Oh, okay. I mean, Bitcoins. Get yourself some Bitcoins. Maybe. Anyway,
Bitcoin's dot lotto.
I was just thinking, because the Bitcoin backwards one is going to be a bit obscure, but difficult to remember or to even type out correctly. But in any case, yeah, he might have been thinking that he doesn't mind that, because if people want to use the free service, then they should just damn well get past the initial difficulty of that. I imagine that would have been something of his thought process.
Yeah, that'd be quite good, wouldn't it? Sort of bitcoinonline.software. It's a bit too long, though, isn't it? But
yeah, there'd be something like Bitcoin, $22,000 for bitcoin.org.
I don't know.
I mean, what about Bitcoin? Is that going to be more than $22,000 because there's more Bitcoins in it?
See, I've had this problem with Save with Crypto, and because as I mentioned a while ago, this came about because I bought one of those unstoppable domains, which is savewith.crypto, which I've still got. But you can't use it for regular websites. So then I thought, oh damn, that's my.
It's not non-startable domains, let alone non-stoppable.
I don't know. They're very weird. They're very weird. I don't even know what happens if you type it in. Actually, I'm going to try it on a separate tab.
If it's non-functional, it's no better than an NFT. It's a text NFT, isn't it?
I don't really know what it is, to be honest, but.
Does it give you a wallet address or anything like that?
Yeah. You can do all that. Yeah, you can add add all that stuff to it, and then in theory, if you send some Ethereum or something to Save with Crypto, it ends up in my MetaMask, I think it is. I don't know, something like that.
Okay. Yeah,
but it's I've never
used. It's a bit sort of whatever, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, I've never really. Anyway, that's how come we ended up using savewithcrypto.org, because that was the only one that was available. Well, not the only one. I mean, there was this one here, savewithcrypto.com, which I'd obviously love. I did actually manage to get that price down to $2,500 at one point by arguing. By arguing with the bloke who owns it. He was doing nothing with it. And
so he could have had $2,500 in his pocket now. He's got nothing.
Yeah, I could have .co.uk, but that's rubbish, isn't it? It's like doesn't mean anything.
Hang on, savewithcrypto.net, $16, $17.
Yeah, I don't like.
But you've already got .org, so it doesn't matter.
I can't see any advantage over that, really. Anyway,
.org is fine anyway, isn't it? I mean,
I always
who cares these days? There's so many of these things. It doesn't really matter.
I always said it's like a charity anyway, isn't it? Anyway,
you should put like a buy me a coffee tip jar or something. Just $1 a month or so.
Yeah, I should do, really. Right. Should we? Is it anybody here, by the way? Just
a few people.
Merrily having a chat
on different platforms and things. Yeah. No one commenting. Do leave a comment. That'd be great.
Yeah, do leave a comment. Come on. I can't believe Scotty's not here for a start. Anyway.
Yeah.
Should we just plow on with some beep. Some plow. So I got the window open because it's
I thought that was the start of a jingle. Then let's do some TA.
Let's do that.
Maff and Save will serve
Well, oh, hello. Sorry, hang on. Have you? Oh no, it's still me. It's still me. Yeah, I was going to mention a few things really. Yeah, Bitcoin on the daily time frame here, and yeah, we're literally come back to that price where we're at, sort of not even last summer, but August, like July and August 2024. So that's where we are at the moment, and yeah, I'd be interested to know what you think is going to go on, but I honestly don't know. Actually, I mean, if we put on our indicator, which is called Quadzilla, that we will talk about a lot, this draws in these retracement levels here, which are brilliant, aren't they? You know, they're sort of this one here started drawing in 2024, and the price went all the way up there to the all-time high, and popped down to there in February this year. And then we're back at that level as well. And we discussed before that these kind of retracement levels do tend to work a bit like, you know, support levels, don't they? So so that's kind of where we are at the moment, really. There again, we've got these like ominous ones down here at like 26 and 15. so you know, it is possible they could get you know, the price could come down to there at some point.
They actually might. I mean, that's a kind of scary / non-scary, you know, scared not scared thing, which it is. You know, we could well see that. I mean, if there is going to be like just you know, this utter lack of confidence in the market and so on, and big dump, and you know, Middle Eastern stuff continues, and what else? I suppose, like, did Japan kind of like, did the national bank default after all, or they raised interest rates, didn't they? So the Japanese carry trade just kind of was, you know, like scuppered, so everything from that. So all of a sudden, people couldn't just get the you know that free money glitch seized up, and they were not available anymore. So there's that might worsen. Obviously, just so many other things as well. Excuse me. I was trying to think that there is something else that I think was going to be it's going to probably affect the next bull run when it starts towards it, when we assume that we automatically assume that it'll start towards the end of this year.
Yeah.
So I forgot what the beginning of that was, to be honest, but so these things might well affect that and just make it a bit more likely the price would come down to those sorts of levels.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it'll be the MicroStrategy type thing, you know, the sort of you know, that exploding, you know, because it wouldn't be the first time that Michael Saylor's done it wrong.
That is kind of lurking as like the Yellowstone super volcano about to go off, and then like suddenly nothing else really matters anymore. You know, one of those, or the white ice zombies coming from the north beyond the wall. You know, so all the machinations of the thrones and stuff just doesn't matter because there's swarms of ice zombies in and come over and kill everyone. I mean, it didn't matter. They got killed by a 12-year-old girl with a small dagger, I think, in the end. But that's probably off topic. That might be off topic.
No.
You know, but so there's that to keep in mind. But yeah, MicroStrategy could well be another just huge catalyst for just the big drop to the downside later this year. If you know, if we are looking at kind of potentially doomsday, not just doomsday scenarios, but just like big drop, big dump scenarios that could lead to those lower prices.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, you got me thinking now about the Yellowstone supervolcano itself, actually, because that is quite amazing, actually, because it is indeed an active volcano, and it's massive. You know, it's huge. Anyway, That's more
Last
like
eruptions. Huckleberry Finn Ridge, is it? So,
was,
2.1 million years ago. Okay.
Yeah, so it was a while ago.
Yeah.
Mesa Falls, 1.3 million, and then this one, Lava Creek, that was only 640,000 years ago.
And looking at those, so that's a very short sequence to base this off, but it's like they're becoming more frequent.
Yeah. So yeah, watch out, Yogi Bear, and that was Jellystone Park, wasn't it?
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
I wonder why. Why didn't they just call you? Anyway, yeah. Yellowstone.
Why Yogi Bear didn't call it Yellowstone rather than Jellystone?
Yeah, wouldn't exactly have been like trademark issues or anything like that.
I think it's because Jellystone sounds funnier, I think, but anyway.
Thinking about all sorts of jokes with Yellowstone. And anyway, you know.
Anywho, yeah, and anyway, so on smaller time frames, I mean, I've been looking at things like the 5 minute sort of thing, which has been behaving amazingly well. Just doing these of like this sort of woof like that, and then sort of that one overshot a little bit, and then so here we are right now at this retracement level here. So what we'd expect. So what we'd expect with the Quadzilla is for the prices to come down a bit further and then go back up really to sort of complete that retracement.
Yeah.
And then
that's just mad. That's just kind of there. I was going to say it's probably worth. Is there a way to just keep that on screen somewhere? Because I'd be really interested to see.
Well, I can. Yeah, I can.
Or I could just bring it up on my chart or something.
Or we just leave it there and just never mention anything else. Just there you go.
Yeah, so the rest of the live stream will just be staring at that.
Okay, well,
waiting for the price to move.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, perfect. We've achieved perfection. So like, why move on? I mean, yeah. Sorry. Go on. Yeah.
No. So has that actually got there yet? Oh yeah, it has. Yeah.
I thought it had. I thought it had touched down.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. It's having a little bounce now. You see. So yeah.
So someone just trusting in the stats of the retracement levels probably would strongly consider they would strongly consider having entered a long. It's probably a bit late now. Just say scalp long just at that point. But I guess the price is bounced in any case.
Yeah, I mean, what could you do? I suppose like I think the best trade at the moment is probably hope the price goes up there and then do a short down there, because I think overall it's looking more dumpy than pumpy, isn't it? But I think anyway. I'll tell you what. Do you want to grab the screen and we'll see what you think, and then meanwhile, then we can switch back to mine at a later point. Meanwhile, all these like hey, that is an alert on this super up signal on the 1 minute time frame, so which implies we are having a little bounce. So, but now we've got this retracement. Sorry, is that still my screen?
Oh no, that's mine binging.
Okay, so now we've still got this. We've got a new retracement there at 82,992. So it's 62,992. So I don't know. I think we're just going to go sideways, aren't we? Just like binging and bonging around these sort of like retracement levels here. Anyway,
I think so.
That's what I think. But
it's like, I mean, it's just like that almost like reduces trading to a video game, like platform jumping video games, isn't it? From platform, and it like in the sense that you can literally just kind of say, okay, expect the price to come down to this level, and then just have an open or a close, take profit target at a particular level, or stop loss at a particular level, and so on. It becomes that sort of trading, doesn't it, with retracements?
I suppose so. I suppose so. I mean, how would that work? I mean, say if here you've got a green. Why would you have gone long here? Let me go. Let me expand it out. Oh,
yeah, I mean,
sorry.
yeah. So it isn't necessarily really about going long just there. You can. Oh, what's going on?
No, go away. Right. Right. Not you. Not you.
Yeah. So, I think so. So the idea. I mean, I'm saying this, but you're the one who really trades a lot more with Quadzilla than I do. But in any case, the idea is that you may not initially consider going long just there. At the start.
Actually, I would.
Because given the super app, you would. Yeah. That would be a strong contender for that. But purely based on the retracements themselves, so it'd be more that the price would already be above that level usually when it starts plotting, and then so you'd be thinking, okay, potentially short. You could look for a market reversal condition and have a take profit level at the retracement level when it comes back down. That'd be a safe trade to take, and also then strongly consider going long again after that. So if you'd done those two things, then you would have got a decent short out of that, and then also like a little long, a little ping at the end.
I don't know,
and then just going to go again when you get the next retracement.
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
And even these bearish retracements here, as you're coming down here, you would think, oh, okay, we're going down, but we'll probably go back to there at some point. Oh, well, we'll go back to there. Oh, we'll probably definitely go back to there. And then sure enough, it went back to there. And then it did go back to these two levels here, didn't it? So I think the bearish ones are working out really nice. So I think my next kind of move is I'll be looking for a short round about there, well, pretty much 64k really, but somewhere like that. If we do get a pump this afternoon, or if we get a dump, then we'll be looking down here as a target, like 61,923. Anyway, that's just looking at the 5-minute time frame, but you can see that with Quadzilla, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's showing you with amazing accuracy where it's likely to go, and it's nice. It's very nice. Anyway, you should all get Quadzilla. Please
share the screen. And I don't remember how to do that. Seems like an age since I last did a live stream here. Hasn't been that long, surely.
It's about a week.
It has been a week, isn't it? Yeah, gosh.
Well, no, it's when you got back from Wales, wasn't it? So that was Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so approaching a week for definite, and then obviously it was more than a week from before that. In fact, this So this is what I was talking about earlier. I was doing the vibe coding thing while Fable 5 is still relatively available to, I suppose like numpty plebs like me and so on, normal people, but also notably, this current session is resume work after PC crash, like after Linux stopped working or something. But that's kind of the map. I'll just super quickly show this. The global thermonuclear tiddlywinks is the idea. It's quite neat. If I do the full screen thing. So this
that's a brilliant title.
Thanks. So I mean, so this is all kind of just vibe coded essentially through Claude Code. If we go to start, so you can choose, like, you can have like I'll have to like sort out some of the UI for this to make things a bit more usable and so on. But you can add players. So currently there's a human player and a computer player. You can type a different name. So add a computer player, Attila. Their playstyle: pacifist, imperialist, or warlord, and whether they're hapless, green, capable, expert, or masterful, capable, and so on. So if I just begin this down there, okay. That. Oh, that did a noise. I just realised it it did a bing noise. I didn't realize it had added those yet. So I think I'm playing in red, which is Deja, Thoris, whoever that is. So if I do that, see, I'm going to take Venezuela. Blink. Flick over to there. Claimed Venezuela because it's a neutral territory. The computer player is playing. Oh, it's back to me already. Yeah, that's a bit quick. Should I attack a piece? One thing you can do as well, just to demonstrate, you can accidentally knock a piece into the sea. So that 3 strength piece, I'll knock the 2 strength piece into the sea. Just oh no, I've lost that piece into the sea. They moved it. They claimed a neutral territory. I'm going to attack that one if I can get to it. It has a maximum length. I was going to add like an Angry Bird style sound when it does that. Got it. Attack. Oh yeah, but now they're attacking me. I lost that piece. and so you get the idea. So do that. Yay. Got it. So captured that piece, and so claimed that territory. I could go on, but I'll probably better not. There's yeah, maybe I'll stop doing that.
That's quite nuts, isn't it? I mean, how long would that have taken you to code normally? You know,
I dread to think because one of the things when you start doing this is that you get a lot more into like the little details, the nuances of like game design a lot more quickly. Well, in fact, I had like a not vibe coding. I just had like a chat session through the normal chat browser with Claude, just initially working out all the game rules and stuff like that, all the details, and then it created the prompt that within Claude Code I then kind of handed to Fable 5. And so, you know, spent a while developing a prompt for it was a prompt for a prompt, really, you know. But yeah, so it would have taken a while, but it's really hard to tell because I would have ended up like noodling around a lot in the inner workings of the code, which would have extended the development time a lot, I think, and like way beyond, you know, because I've barely looked at the code that it's generating. Just leave it to it, you know. At some point I'll tell a different model maybe to just go into a code review on that and just hunt down for bugs and whatever, and just general kind of, you know, code tidiness, just trying to, you know, get rid of some of the crazy, if any craziness has crept into it. But yeah, it's really hard to tell how long it would have taken manually. A long time, I think. I think, yeah, because like figuring out a game rules engine and so on for how a country is taken or a territory is taken and what happens when they interact and so on. Yeah, should do some of this. There'll be a video on that anyway. I'll try and edit the video down so it's not like hours and hours of that, of iterating and things. It'd be about like 10 minutes maybe. Oh, hello, Space Catty.
Yeah, Space
Catty's been chatty.
Space Catty is here. Bon dia. Yeah, he was thinking about that idea of a short with Bitcoin, although it is heading down at the moment. France definitely looks giant. Okay.
On the
yeah. I'm not going to lie, but that looks fun. There you go. So you got a fan already. There you go.
Awesome. Yeah. So I'll put that up onto the Maftopia website soon. It's done. It'll be the next day or two. I do need to go and find sounds, just audio effects and things, because it's added its own blips and blobs, which is quite impressive to be honest. But I'll get some OG Forbis professionally done sound files and things to add into that. So anyway, yeah. So what are we even doing? Oh, yeah. So this was the scribbles on here. So this on the daily chart. So I would have drawn these in last week then, I guess, last Thursday. So looking at that, so I'll probably get rid of these in a sec, but just to recap them a little bit. Actually, I suppose, I mean, that area is probably still valid because, yeah, you can kind of see that there was definite support there there, dropped below a bit there, and then reclaimed support again, and so on. So that's definitely an area that you could kind of see it's going to be significant, like around about 65.2 and under, maybe just call it 65k, really. Where are we currently at? 62.5, yeah. So that's so if the price does head up, I think we'll hit resistance probably there. 64 and then 64k and then 65k. There'll be quite significant resistance levels, I think. And as you noted, price is currently heading down. I was looking at that for some reason as a possible kind of upward trending support level. Can't remember exactly why. It's just like it seemed probable that we. So actually, when was Thursday? It would have been then, yeah, the 9th, wasn't it? So Thursday the 9th, that was when I kind of drew all this in. So it's like kind of to there. There'd be a probable kind of price doing that and then down. It's kind of following that. So if it does come down, it could come down to there, which would be, because that's probably quite a random angle of ascent that I put on that. But in any case, 61k might come out and bounce if it does do that. It just seems quite, well, not probable, because there's no probability calculation gone into this at all. It seems feasible that it could follow that sort of pattern, because it's the kind of thing that Bitcoin does, I suppose. So what else would we do? If I go to the 4-hour, have a look on this. Maybe I will delete those now. They've had their day. Get rid. And yeah, okay. So this gives us a few levels. So I don't know if that's really all that's visible on the chart there, but so we've got this retracement level down there at 59.9, just under 60k. The bullish retracement level, got a bearish one above it at 64k. Is that right? Yeah, 60k up to 64k, and then the 50% kind of fair value level between the two, which we can extend out. I'll just draw that in as a. Actually, I'll put that in like that for now. I'll delete this in a sec because it might turn out to be. I don't know. I was going to say it might turn out to be more to seem, more important than it really is. But that said, this pretty much that level or kind of slightly above and below, probably a box could be drawn in there. But so the price kind of came up. It's bouncing off that. So that line was resistance. There it was support. Again, resistance, failed to break above it, came back down. Resistance, straddled it virtually, but resistance really then eventually broke above, dropped low, down here again, now forming support. Kind of dropped down, reclaimed, support. So that seems a likely level that it could come down to, which would be, is that 61? Yeah, just under 62k. Seems like a, this is on the 4-hour chart, seems like a plausible kind of bounce to there. Overall, there's an uptrend still, just in the sense that we've got kind of the lowest of the lows. We got, does that count? Don't know really. Anyway, but we've got high low. Yeah. Okay. So lowest of the lows, little dinky wick down to a higher low, then another higher low. That's lucky. Depending where that stops, I think even if this drops to that line and bounces, that would still be a higher low. So the slightly wobbly uptrend would be intact in that case. This retracement level there that kind of stopped there, got stopped out, obviously perfectly done, to be honest. Bearish retracement, the price came up, wicked above, came down, came down all the way down to there, bounce. That would have been a tasty short and a tasty long from there. At a green bar, kind of showing price reversal. I'll switch off the RSI on there because I do find actually quite often that the RSI is noisier and less effective than what we get on the quad stochastic oscillator, on the convergence band. So yeah, that was a definite, like a clear market reversal there. The price kind of dropped down, green bar, that flipped around as well. You'd have got a slight early indication that was going to happen because show that yeah, so the because the band kind of narrowed out, went down into oversold, came around quite sharply. So in the 4-hour bar before the green bar, that was kind of indicating that we're going to see very probably a market reversal. And sure enough, it kind of headed up. That got the green bar, and obviously that's what happened there. So that was nice. So that would have been a tasty long going long there. We kind of got all of that basically. Maybe I might have kind of ridden that with an eye on that bearish retracement level, thinking like, okay, that would be a good take profit level there. So the price would come up, kind of hit that. Now either go short or just close the position, get a tasty profit. Well, obviously it's not really either, is it? Just do both. Close that long position, open a short if you wanted to. Both would have netted a nice profit there, I think. So and then sure enough, that same retracement level along there just carried on really as a meaningful level. It's really between that and, for whatever reason, that I drew that one in. Can't remember now, but you know, because the price was kind of ranging a bit between those, really. That's kind of a point of control in a sense along there between those two lines. Anyway, so why did I draw this one in? I'll take that out and that now. Must be riveting viewing, just deleting these. That one. Yeah, so what else? I could have a quick look at so we could probably nip down to the lower time frames in a sec. But I thought while we're here, it's probably worth a quick look at the much higher time frames first, just see how all this is playing out. It's been a while since I looked at this. Is this still relevant here? Be a bit surprised if it really is, but let's take these. Yeah, no, where's that? Oh no, go back to that. No. Yeah. Oh, and also just for a moment, just right there, do that. Right there. Don't know what that is. Yeah, that way. So, so this is the old, you know, at a macro level, kind of what the heck is going on. So, like we hit the all-time high. We've been doing that kind of big leg to the downside, 36 recovery, and then slightly bigger leg to the downside, kind of recovery that took longer and had a bit more, you know, playing about along there. So then potentially similar, so like it could be like 36% downside, 38%, 40% downside. Seems still like it might happen. It's a question of like, is that the macro bear market bottom? Just very probably not. So
all right, so say bye. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So I was just saying, is that this one is that the macro bear market bottom there? But very probably not, because just you know, can't see it, wouldn't be. So in which case, yeah, problem or downside, and there's so much pointing to that at the moment, isn't there? We talk about like the doomsday scenarios earlier on. Things are just going to drive the price down, and that could time up rather well with if we are looking at September for the bear market bottom, might be there. I mean, that's kind of like 49.50. It could drop a lot further. What depends how quickly. If this were to like suddenly drop, because it's done that, isn't it? Like that was a big drop of like, how much was that? Give me a measurement thing. Let's do it over here. Okay. That was a big drop from there in the space of a week. Kind of down to that. So like 20% drop in the space of a week. And obviously more considering that was just like, you know, bearish candle, bearish candle, bearish candle, bearish candle down from all the way up there. So this one then, that line there could be a further drop. If that was another, just to illustrate, another 20, oh, in fact, another 20% drop would bring us right down to there. So that could, in that case, does that let me extend that line? No, draw a new one. So 20% drop from where we currently are, just like that happened in the space of a week, could bring us down, boink, exactly to that line. Amazing. And that would still be a bit early for the macro bottom. God, go away. Yeah. So in which case that would suggest that there might be another kind of bounce and then what then? 42% drop to keep the sequence going. Had like 36, 38, 40, 39.83. So just adjust that. I keep meaning to do that, and then after the live stream I kind of forget. Where's it put the oh, that's good. Oh, there, okay. It's just a bit slow. Coordinates. I just want to drop the end one down a bit to 49.7. 50. Oh, maybe 800 then. Put 850. God. Put 900. Bleeding heck. This is terrible. Oh, you know what? Yeah, because I'm going in the wrong direction. That was really stupid. Sorry. Let's make that 49,000. There. That's a bit more like it. So 48,900. Excuse me for a second. Talk among yourselves.
Okay.
Just 650. God damn. Did I get that? How wrong did I get that? Just very. 41.1. So I'm adjusting that and trying to get that to exactly 40%. I could do a calculation and just put the exact number in, but would that take even longer or what? 70.
Just guess.
Yeah, but yeah, because this is much quicker. 690. Why is it going from 48.7 to 48.690 jumps so much? I don't really know. I'll just put that. I'll sort it out later. Just it's a bit embarrassing to be doing that live on stream, I think. But anyway, oh, it's 41.6. Okay, that's why I was confused. All right, let's call it so 36, 38, 40. So potentially, if the next one, because that recovery was bigger than the previous one, so that might see a similar kind of put over here, bigger recovery from there. As in, where would it go to? About, it might be narrow, or it might be a sharp recovery up to some place or other. Probably not that high. Maybe to there. About 50%. That's too high. Feels like maybe 42%. Just also trying to find a meaningful level over here that it might. Well, mind you, that didn't really recover to meaningful levels. Maybe there's prices off screen to the left that match up with where that recovered to. So call it that. But it would be more kind of. It means that I'm totally adjusting that perfectly fine-tuned number now. So you make it there, and then this one about there, and then we would then have kind of another one of these. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. That if that was gonna happen, I think it would have to happen quite quickly, and it would probably take us into October, I think, for the bear market low rather than September. So that's a kind of apocalyptic scenario that would kind of, bring us that far. That'll bring us down to 50%. That's a bit high, isn't it? So it's meant to be 42. Is that a coincidence? Did it land, or did I just draw that line some previous time to line up with that? Don't really know. That's weird. Okay, that'll bring us down to there. That level. Significant. And that is 30. That's still fairly high. It's not bringing us down to those doomsday levels we talk about. But then again, that seems like it would be a fairly realistic level to drop to. Kind of, in other words, 37.7 or thereabouts. That's now September. I redrew it. I was thinking October, but maybe late September, early October in that case. I think, assuming we've got like a major leg down like that, like what's happened previously, and it was a sharpish bounce to the upside, and then a sharpish capitulation to the downside, big dump, and then down to the and then kind of the just thing where it still feels like we're in the depths of a bear market, but after a little while people start to notice that actually we're back on a uptrend now, and no one really noticed for a while. So that sort of thing. What are we doing for time? So I'll probably have to stop on the hour pretty much. Shall we have a quick look at the lower time frames?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, I might have to pop off myself soon as well. But.
Sure. Okay. And let's bring Quadzilla back. Okay. What was I thinking? I accidentally brought back the RSI instead. They're not interchangeable. They're rather different. So, okay. Yeah, 30-minute. Oh, look at that. Okay. Definite sort of just looking at these pivot points here, because that kind of ties in with where that topped out just there as well. So there is kind of, let's draw the line. There's support, maybe support there. If it drops below that level, 62.4, we might expect it to kind of come down to one of these levels down here, I guess. Because that market structure is kind of like from here really, maybe from there. I was going to say, so I could hedge this a bit by just drawing a rectangle there, from there to there, as a sort of potential low for this drop. So it'll either be, probably like into that box from that low there up to that low. So if the price were to kind of then just drop down into it, then up, we hope. Something like that could happen. There are retracement channels there and there. Those could mark out the bottom just there, the local bottom. Well, actually, you know what? Let's put that in as a horizontal line. Yes, in fact, because it's that level there and that level there, pretty much the 50% level of those two. I don't know how visible they are on there, but those two retracement channels. And so between them, they kind of mark out what was resistance back over here, and kind of support there. In fact, it was support there where it bounced. So, and virtually, is that the same line? Gosh, okay, yeah, virtually where it bounced there as well. So that's something to keep in mind. It's, oh, sorry, yeah, my mistake. Gosh, it was that level there, not that one. So yeah, that level turned out to be kind of relevant there, definitely relevant there as support. So even if the price doesn't get down into this box, it might just bounce off there, which would be 61.7. But to be honest, quite likely to drop into that box and then up, and that then would kind of complete what I was going to draw initially. Was kind of, it's like given that it's kind of like that market structure, like so. To complete it and then off up. So in other words, eating up all the liquidity that would be kind of waiting around there within there, really, that box. So that just seems pretty likely that it's going to happen, I think. So yeah, let's go to that. What do you reckon? Should go even lower time frame?
If you have time to do such a low time frame.
Well, as a low time frame, I'll be able to do it really quickly. Okay. So, yeah, let's do the 1 minute time frame. We can do that one really quickly.
Okay. I'll take no time at all.
That's how it works. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah. Sorry. One thing I did want to show, and then, well, there's a few different live streams where I've meant to show this and then just didn't get around to it. So maybe I'll just quickly show that now. But in Quadzilla, there's kind of it's a bit of an obscure setting that I think not too many people really know that it's there. Or maybe they saw it and thought it wasn't all that interesting. That's also entirely possible. But in any case, down here, I can find it. Oh yeah, okay. Calculated bars. This is actually, you can kind of make that happen, make that available in TradingView indicators by kind of changing a few things within the indicator code itself. Then it just makes this. So this is just like how many bars back does the calculation, the overall calculation happen? Because you notice, because Quadzilla itself, it does such a lot of like number crunching and stuff. So it can take a little while to draw, like, within like a few seconds or whatever. So 0 just means obviously just like go all the way back to the dawn of time, as far back as the chart begins. If I set that to like maybe 1,000, then it'll go 1,000 bars back. So, and you should find that really nothing particularly changes, except the stuff gets drawn more quickly, because otherwise it'd be going back, like there might be like 30,000 bars overall that the chart just goes back to. So, and there's still enough, like, recent historical data there for what Quadzilla needs, like easily within that 1,000 bars. Obviously, if you're scrolling back, then you'd reach the limit of that, then suddenly you'd stop seeing these things being drawn. But as long as you're kind of looking at the live data and stuff, then that just speeds it up a bit. And just to illustrate it a bit, like if I make that, it's only going to look 10 bars back. Then obviously they've disappeared because they've got no data to crunch on now, and it's just like it's only gone like that far back. Put in 100. So now we start to see the EMAs appearing within Quadzilla, and we've got a bit of data there now as well. No retracement levels, they need a bit more. Make it like 200. There you go. Now I've got more stuff and a few retracements. But in any case, like 1,000 bars is a decent enough number. As I was saying, I should have had the stats on really. I'm showing that. But yeah, this is on the 1 minute Bitcoin chart, and it's saying that it's found 12 bearish retracements and 15 bullish retracements, and that's because it's only looking at like 1,000 minutes back from the start. If I was to change that back to zero, which just means like, give me the whole thing, then it's a lot more. 99, 47, 97. So as long as you give it enough, like wiggle room to wiggle and breathe and whatever it needs to do, then you'll still get accurate data. It's just that it draws a lot quicker. It can also be useful actually if you're using the stats, because like if the market conditions from way back were quite quite different from how they are now, then that market data it would all be added into the stats, of course, because they're on the chart, and it's what was calculated. But you might want to restrict the stats so that you're only looking at just current market conditions for like for this past month or whatever, so you can use it with that. So it would actually be quite useful for that sort of thing, I think, if you're really getting into the statistical stuff of and then you can change around the settings up here as well and see the stats change. The other bit, what did I leave that? Oh, I put it back to 0, didn't I? You could similarly go replay, like if we go back somewhere along here and then go like replay. So like, okay, the present day is now Monday 13th. Oh, it is Monday 13th, like 4:20 a.m. UK time today, because we're on the 1 minute, and then back into settings, reduce the calculated bars to like 1,000 again. So this would be good. This would be good if there's just like a region of historical time that you just want to dig into a bit for whatever reason, so you could just like from there and then back 1,000 bars or however many, and just switch off the stats. That was it really. So many times I've been meaning to bring that up and then forgot.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, and stop the replay. Okay. 1 minute. Oh, is that your eye? He got impatient and zoomed away. What do we make of that? So we could, I know this is only on the 1 minute, but just like a quick look. We could add in a fib retracement from the top down to, oh, did that work? Fib retracement, please. Okay, from the top. Yeah, down to that. And so for that to be working its way back up again, so we need to go to 0.786, which is there. It's in a bit of a no man's land. A nomen. It's in a. Who are these nomans wandering around with their camels? Yeah, it's in a no man's land, just there. Always interesting that like sometimes the EMAs interact with the fib retracement levels more than the price itself. So like the 55 EMA has just touched down on the 0.786 in this case. But in any case, yeah, I think maybe the price is going to need to get, but yeah, okay. The fib retracement in this case isn't really telling us much of anything, is it? Because and I guess maybe there between 6 and 8 and mean, not really. Yeah, nothing much that's useful there. Exactly. Important to recognize that sometimes, I think, when it's just not really telling us much. And I don't know if particularly drawing it that way. I think drawing it this way would be invalid anyway, because it's kind of, unless it works out kind of. In fact, to be honest, it is better that way, because now we do get kind of more meaningful. I thought we did. Did I just imagine it? More meaningful levels there, maybe. It's not that great. Just on this particular chart, I think. Anyway, that's not. I don't know, but if you agree with this, but that's not suggesting that it's about to just like zoom to the upside pretty much, apart from having a retracing level there.
No.
That seems still quite down. It's that said, I don't know. It's kind of just accumulating sideways at the moment, isn't it? Because it's.
I mean, there's all sorts of like, you know, CPI, PPI, all that kind of stuff data tomorrow, I think. So
okay.
That's obviously going to have an effect on it. So I don't know. Yeah. I guess at this point, people are just being wary, really, and probably, you know, taking money out of the market. So it's going to pull down a little bit anyway.
Yeah, sure. But that for sure. I mean, that it's just. I mean, yeah, it's 1 minute, you know, but it is just kind of ranging at the moment. But yeah, I think you're right, Pete. It's just kind of start of the week as well, kind of caution time. Then things might well get a bit active from. Which day did you say the PPI data is? That
I think it's tomorrow actually.
Okay. Yeah.
There's quite a few things. There's 14th. That's tomorrow. So yeah, inflation rate, core inflation. So all that tomorrow. What else we got? Also tomorrow is Fed Chair Walsh testimony. I don't know if that affects anything. I think there's some Bank of England data as well at some point as well.
Okay.
But there's quite a lot happening this week. You know, there's quite a lot of stuff. PPI is on the 15th. So that's Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah. So yeah, few different things.
Actually, Space Cat is just saying that can actually be useful with the calculation setting. So yeah, I think so. I could see it being useful. I mean, even if it's just speeding up the redraw sometimes, especially if you're scalping or whatever, and you don't need the massive historical data that it's calculating every time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
worth it from that point of view. Yeah. Okay. We might be sort of done actually.
I think we are actually sort of. I need to get on with a few things myself.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you everyone for coming along. There's a reasonable turnout, I suppose. Quite a few on X. It's actually more on your X than my X. So
excellent. Yeah.
That says a lot about my X.
Well, you got more followers. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, I know. Obviously, they're just not interested in this. Yeah. No. Thank you for everyone coming along. Please do like the stream and all that. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so probably won't be a live stream tomorrow. I'll probably make a video or something, and then we'll be back on Wednesday, or at least I'll be back on Wednesday. And
we'll probably be Thursday, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sure. Thank you very much, Matt, for coming along and doing that. And right, everyone, see you soon. Trade safe and bye.
Bye.
Okay.